Hey, welcome back. It's Stan Phelps, Bed Talk number 3. I'm here with the Cookie Monster. She's how old are you now? You're about 8 months. We got her after one of the hurricanes. She's an awesome, awesome dog. Hey, this is my third Bed Talk. I want to give a few shout outs, not only to Dave for starting all this, but Deborah Allen Solorio. She did her third yesterday, so I'm playing a little catch up to her. And let me give another shout out. This is Marco. Let me show you Marco here. So Marco Novo from Portugal. I love the little Bed Talks thing here as well. Marco did a great job. He talked about getting over the imposter syndrome, and don't be afraid to go on camera and to put your camera face out there. 2 more. I love this. Kathy Klote's guest talked about the importance of yes and how that we're all better together and we need to work together. I love this one. And then last but not least, my office mate at the Frontier in Research Triangle Park, maybe the best one of the day, Jim Reckless. He wrote about why we all need Mr. Rogers right now. And it's an incredible talk. He talked about our need for both kindness and wonder. So my talk today is going to be about something I just saw in the news. And this was just reported in the Mirror, if you can check this out. So there was a woman in Chicago that 2 years ago won a goldfish at a carnival, and the goldfish was 2 inches in length. And it turns out that the average goldfish is the size of your thumb, about 3 inches. Well, it's been just over 2 years or so. Her goldfish is now a foot long, 12 inches long, and is continuing to grow. And think about that. That's 4 times the average. That would be like walking out of your home or apartment and bumping into somebody who's 2.5 stories tall, 25 feet tall. That's crazy town. So I want to talk briefly about, because the goldfish thing is an interesting thing for me. It's the central metaphor in all of my writing. And there's 5 unique reasons why a goldfish grows. And I'm going to go through them lightning quick. 1, their growth is impacted by the size of the bowl or the pond that they're in. So in business, that's simply the market that we serve. And it makes sense. The larger the market, the bigger we can grow. The second is their growth is also impacted by the amount of other goldfish that are in the bowl or the pond. Who are the other goldfish? It's simply your competition. The third thing is your growth as a goldfish is going to be impacted by the quality of your surroundings. So the amount of nutrients that are in the water, the cloudiness of the water. And in business, what are those nutrients? What are those surrounding factors? Well, that's the economy. That could be the ability to get capital. That could be factors in the environment like we're dealing right now with coronavirus or tariffs or regulations, or just our ability to access capital in order to grow. The fourth thing is for a goldfish, how do they do when they're born? How do they do in the first 120 days of life? A baby goldfish is tiny. They're actually called a fry, which means small fry. And so how they get out of the gate is key. In business, those first 4 months are simply when you're a startup, when you're founded. How you do at the beginning is going to be a big determinant of how well you're going to do down the road. The fifth and final factor, if you're a goldfish, is your genetic makeup. So what are you born with that separates you from all of the other goldfish? And the stronger your genes are, and the more that you're separated, typically the bigger you grow. If your genes are weak and you're like all of the other goldfish, the harder it is for that goldfish to grow. Now, here's the thing. Most of you watching this right now, I'm going to assume the business that you're in, you've probably been in that business for more than 4 months. So let's throw the first 120 days out the door. That ship has sailed. What do you have control over? Do you have control over the market? Probably not. Your competition? Not unless you're buying them. No one watching this right now has control over the economy and what we're dealing with right now with COVID-19. The only thing you have control over is how you differentiate what you do, and more importantly, how you do it, and I would challenge you why you do it. There's not a ton of true differentiation out there. I hope during this time, stretch there, Cookie. Don't let me get in the way of. I hope in this time where we've got a little time to pause, that we're thinking about who we serve, how we serve them, and why we serve them. And if we rarely ever get a chance with our busy lives to actually slow down and start to answer those questions, and I hope you can take a little inspiration from a goldfish, why you differentiate. And that's Bed Talk number 3. Thanks. You did good.